Is this Mother's Day kicking off in a crazy way or what?
And I'm a mother.
Oh, treat me like a mother. Oh, I'm a mother. Welcome to the Only Child Podcast. I'm your host, Arielle Vandenberg, and I have a cute boy next to me.
Hey.
I bet you can guess who it is.
What if I wanted to break?
It's Jared Leto.
Laugh it all off in your face. What's up, guys? Jared Leto here. What's up?
Oh my God. If Jared Leto was here, I'd just pass out. I just pass out right here.
Well, you
on
got the
this
next
table.
best thing.
My mom.
It's Cutie. And then your mom.
Okay, but for real, I have a very special guest. I love her very much. Usually I say that and it's like, oh, I love you so much. But like this person I actually love so much. Like I love her. I'm in love with her. Her name is my mom.
Mi madre.
It's mi madre. Her name is DeEtte Vandenberg.
Yes.
And she's my guest today because we have a very special Mother's Day episode for you. So, hi, Mom.
Hi, honey bunny.
Oh,
You're
wow.
actually her only child.
Oh, yeah.
You are her only child.
I named this podcast because of what you've done to me.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I do have to say something about that. As an only child, you asked me several times if you could have siblings. You're really super young. And I
Oh.
didn't want to talk about the birds and the bees
Thank
because you
you.
were too young.
Can we
But
talk about that now?
Sure.
Let's talk about
I
the
think
birds.
I need to tell you about that finally. Because you and Matt, I don't know.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
watch it.
Hey, watch your mouth, Mom.
Watch it.
So wait, okay. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
I'm an only child.
Yeah.
You have 3 siblings. Sort of.
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Or you had 3 siblings.
Yes. Now I have one. Unfortunately, 2 passed away, which is super unfortunate because they were too young, but stuff happens.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Me too. I love all my family.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That was just a very recent thing that has happened. My uncle actually passed away a month ago, 2 months ago.
Real recent.
And it's just so sad. I know.
Wonderful man.
Uncle Mark, we love you.
Yes.
And Aunt Cheryl, we love you too. That was a very long time ago when I was probably like, how old was I when that happened? Probably
Gosh, not even 15.
I was probably like 10 or 12,
Yeah,
something.
that's right.
That was a long time ago, but yeah. Oh God, just so sad.
Boy, we're starting this off too. A good
Very happy Mother's Day, guys.
happy day.
No, but I mean, you can't say something like I had to, or whatever. You got to explain yourself, I guess. But anyways, we're here. We are healthy and happy and alive, and I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm so excited.
So you have 3. God, I keep going back to this. So let's go back to the sadness. No, I'm kidding. Do you? Why did you only have 1 kid? I need to know this because I've never actually asked you that.
This is
Maybe because
I
you
want to
got
give
a
you the
divorce
reason
from
that
my father.
Yeah, I want to give you the reason that I gave you when you were about 3 years old, begging for a brother or a sister. Almost every day, I want a brother, I want a sister, I want a brother, I want a sister. And I would say,
So sad.
honey, I'm sorry. It was sad. I'm sorry, but you need to be married to have a brother or a sister. And that way I skirted around the issue, sexual issues and things like that.
Because
you were just
weren't
too young.
Because you weren't married at the time.
I was not married, unfortunately. Actually, so you were probably about 5 years old. You were older when you would ask.
I remember I would ask because
Yeah.
I did want a brother or sister really bad.
And what you did to compensate for that was had a lot of friends.
I did?
Yes.
Oh,
You
that's
had
good
a
to
lot
know.
of friends.
Really? I don't remember
What,
it.
when she was what? Like,
You don't remember
is this like
I don't remember
5-year-old
my
her?
friends.
How old was she? 5, 6?
Yeah.
When she started asking you for brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And she had a lot of friends then?
Probably until she was 10.
Did you
Yeah.
go to a public kindergarten?
Literally, I'm
She,
asking
did,
her.
she went to a private school,
Okay.
a Lutheran, Christ Lutheran school.
In kindergarten
Yes.
and first grade?
Yes. Up until
So-
like 5th grade, she was in private school.
Was she popular in kindergarten?
She was popular.
Ooh, that's
Popular.
I know that I'm popular. You guys know that song from Wicked?
Sorry.
I have a fun question. Speaking of kindergarten, because I always want to know what the mom, because you had no idea. Maybe you do. Speaking of kindergarten, did she have any crushes back then? Did she have like little boy crushes back then that you noticed? Kindergarten first grade,
probably not. Like boys had cooties.
I had a crush in kindergarten, and in the actual class,
who is she? I'll kill her.
In the class picture of all of us, I'm not kidding. I'm looking over at her because she was so cute to me. Literally in the picture, I'm looking, and she's like 5 kids down, and that was my crush, and it's captured forever.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
That's a bun.
I remember one I had too when I was real little, and I was kissing him on the wall, just a little kiss, just a little peck on the cheek. And my dad got a picture of it, or somebody got a picture of it, and it
kissing
was so
him
cute.
on the wall.
We were sitting on this little retaining wall in front of the house.
Oh, I got it.
And I decided
I pictured that in a whole different way.
Oh dear God!
I was
no.
kissing him on the wall.
And
he was pinned up.
That does sound wrong.
Kissing him on
But
the wall.
I shouldn't say kissing.
No,
I should
I get
say
it.
gave
You
him
were-
a little
you
peck
were-
on the cheek.
You gave him
cute.
a little peck.
And for little kids, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
So
That is a big deal.
When
But
was
I don't remember
I guess I
any
did.
of
I
hers.
probably had a crush on Christopher, Julie's son.
yeah.
So my mom's best friend, my whole upbringing, and I mean, still, you guys are really good friends today.
Yeah.
Julie's son, Christopher.
Who is now a physicist, nuclear physicist.
What?
In Japan.
Wow, you missed out, cutie. Sorry.
God, I could be dating I don't even know what a physicist is, and I could be dating one.
But it's smart and successful.
Damn.
He's
Sorry.
checking out nanotechnology and nanoparticles.
Wow.
Nanoparticles.
That's your old man right there.
That's my old man.
That's your ex.
Nanoparticles.
Yeah, it was my ex. I remember when I was little and I was in the back seat of your car. One of my first memories when I was a little kid was I was in the back seat and Christopher was sitting next to me and like he touched my leg, but he just barely touched my leg. Like and on like kind of on accident. Not like he was like flirting with me. We were literally like we were in kindergarten or something before kindergarten.
So you're like 4. Kindergarten's 5.
But I was
You're around
wearing
4.
a dress and he touched like his hand skin touched my leg skin. And I was like, whoa. Like I couldn't believe that for some reason. I just was like, oh my gosh, I hope my mom didn't see that. I remember, and it wasn't like a weird thing.
No.
He just was like, move, probably. You know, he probably just pushed me and I was like, I've never had like a boy touch my leg before.
Yeah, because
like,
boys then didn't really want to. A lot of boys didn't want to then. When you're 5.
That's what you think.
No. Oh, please.
I was a little hussy. No,
Were you a
I'm
little
kidding.
hussy?
No.
Not.
I'm joking.
I know, but I do want to say one thing that used to make Christopher laugh so hard was
when I was a grandpa,
old man grandpa voice.
I would do grandpa voice, and
Yes.
Christopher loved me.
When you were 5?
Did.
Yeah.
It was great.
I would
he would cry. He literally would cry.
He would cry. I
Laughing.
would stick. Christopher kind of reminds me of Matt a little bit. Like, cause he was like funny and like liked to laugh and liked to dance. Like he was like a cool kid.
Oh, he was so fun.
I would tape toilet paper to
still
my
is.
shoe. I would tape toilet paper to my shoe, and then I would come out of the bathroom and I'd go, I got toilet paper on my shoe.
Yeah.
You were
I
a
would
comedian at 5
I
years
would
old.
literally do
Yeah,
like
totally.
SNL skits for Christopher, and he would cry laughing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Was Christopher your first kiss?
No.
Because you were 5 or 4? Do you remember when was your first kiss? And what was that
Mine
like?
was that little boy on the wall. We were about 5. I think I gave him a peck on the cheek.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, mine was in high school.
No.
Yeah.
That was your first kiss?
Yeah.
The first time you laid lips to lips with a boy.
In high school.
In high school. No
Yeah.
way.
His name was Glenn. Do you remember Glenn?
I don't.
So Glenn, I didn't even like plug your ears, Mom. I didn't even tongue his ass.
Tongue? His ass.
Not his ass.
Wow.
I meant I didn't
My ears
I hope not.
were open.
Mom's over here like
I didn't mean his ass for real. I meant I didn't like
you know,
French
like
him. You know what I mean?
you get it.
I didn't French him.
You didn't
And but I remember in high school, we kissed on the lips by the lockers, and I was like,
Did
like
he
I didn't even know what to do. I
did
was
he kiss you?
I have no idea what happened. I just all of a sudden I was like, oh, and I was like, see you next period. And I ran away.
Wow.
And then I like told my friend, I was like, I think I just had my first kiss. She's like, what do you mean you think? I'm like, well, like he kissed me on the mouth. And she was like, yeah.
Oh, God.
That's so funny when kids are just figuring that out.
But I was like a sophomore in high school.
But
like, hey guys, I waited.
That is that's like 16 years old.
Thanks for pointing it out.
You were 16.
I was 15.
15.
I was 15 when that happened, yeah.
Oh, God, and there's these 15-year-olds right now just having sex.
Hey.
That's a real thing, and it's disgusting, and it's not right.
It's crazy.
Any 15-year-olds listening to this who are having sex, stop it.
Get out of there.
Stop it now.
Get your little thing out of there.
Get your little pee-pee out of there, boys.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Now sex ed podcast.
Okay, let's get off this topic.
Okay.
Let's do.
Can I ask a question? Because I'm very interested about her childhood, and now I have mom finally here.
Okay.
And I have plenty of memories of my mom with this one. But when was the first time that Ariel really got in trouble? Like when her first time when she was like when like the teenagers start to get a little bit.
Oh, teenager.
No, not teenagers.
Baby.
Oh, well, what happened? When I was
what'd she do?
Okay, she was like 2 years old. Went out in the street, and when she went out in the street, we lived where there was, I don't know, kind of busy traffic area. And I gave her a good swat on the butt, which I've never done before. Like, I don't believe in hitting kids, but I did take off her little diaper in the back and give her a good whack.
I deserved it.
Do your sound effect for it.
And she never went out in the street again. And I think I saved her life.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been run over. Now I still don't go in the street.
Yeah.
Terrified of the street.
You know what's crazy? By the way, people don't crucify me for this, but she was spanked as a kid. Great kid. Me and my brother were spanked as kids. Great kids. My cousin John spanked his kids. Great kids.
Great kids.
There is something to do with actually disciplining your kids with a spank. It's not like beat your kids, but a little bit of a spank,
and
a little
on the
butt,
the
where it doesn't
end.
bruise you, where it doesn't make you bleed. It just stings your butt. And as a kid, you're like, oh, I can't do that anymore. Okay, I won't.
And there's a psychological thing to it as well. Like if you, instead of getting upset yourself and going crazy, which a lot of times that's what the kids want, a reaction, is to respond as just saying, okay, now this is what you did, and or you let them know up front, which is a good thing to do. Like I used to tell you before we would go in a restaurant, this is what I expect. Don't get up and run, because if you get up and run or go under the table or go outside, whatever, not that you would go outside, but
yeah,
then
I know what you mean.
I'm gonna bring you in the lobby. We'll have a talk. I would just give you a little warning beforehand and let you know that this is what's gonna happen.
That's great.
It
I think
really
it's fine.
helped. And then sometimes it was like, well, then you're going to get a spanking if you do whatever it was. And if you did do that, then you're like, okay.
But it's not like, when like you hear the word spanking, like I always picture like wooden spoons and belts. Like it wasn't
that
like.
was in the 50s.
Yeah, but not really.
My mom used a Hot Wheel track on my butt.
My mom used.
Oh my God.
She used
Not
a what?
Terribly hard. A Hot Wheel track. We had Hot Wheel tracks everywhere as kids.
A Hot Wheel track. Interesting. My mom she used a wooden spoon once, and then she felt bad because it didn't like bend at all. And in the Bible, it says to use a green twig, so it's flexible, and all it does is give a little sting. So she started using like a little branch, a little fresh green branch, and I like that one a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot Wheel tracks are flexible.
Just go out back and get a branch, whip your ass. I'm sorry. No, what?
Okay, so she got in
Everyone
trouble.
just stop talking.
No, I was thinking of something.
I was thinking too. My brain's racing
I'm like,
now.
uh-oh.
I mean, you guys can have a conversation. I can't get in here.
Go ahead.
Okay, well,
Now
I
I'm
just
done.
watched a little show, Michael Jackson Family, and
sweet
apparently
God.
the father
Oh.
asked one of the boys, I forget which one it was, to go out and get a what do you call it?
Twitch.
No, a twig or stick, switch off
There
of
we
the
go.
tree.
Switch.
And the little boy was checking which ones wouldn't be too hard. It was real cute. So I guess he got a little green one that was real flexible.
This is really.
Oh, so he
I
went
thought we
and
should
chose
change
his
the
own
subject.
spanking tool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, he made him go
I
get
never
it.
got that option. It was just whatever was around.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well. Anyways,
So wait, she got in trouble when she was 2. What was her first teenage in trouble?
Oh, okay.
I want what was she like as a teenager?
Okay.
Like what
so
happened?
in high school, I don't know if I will say his name, so I may not say his name to protect the innocent. If he was innocent, I hope so.
His name is Alex.
Nope.
Oh.
In high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a different boyfriend.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You're about to
Can
get
I say
spanked.
his name?
Can we drop some?
Yeah, Brian
let's
Smithwick.
name drop.
Exactly.
It's Brian Smithwick.
Smithwick.
Exactly.
Shout out
Brian
Smithwick.
I don't know.
Brian Smithwick, if you're listening to this, I miss you, bro.
Hey.
He's happily married now,
sweetheart.
but I dated him in high school for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ditched school
Yeah.
with him, and this was prior to the prom. So that was hanging in the balance that whether you could go to the prom or not, they ditched together school, and that was really upsetting.
Can I tell you what we did?
Please do.
We drove to the mall. It wasn't open. So we sat in the car. Then we went back to school. Like I did nothing wrong. Like literally.
You didn't go to school.
Yeah, but
You did do something wrong. Ditching school is wrong.
not when you're not doing anything wrong.
No, the wrong part is missing school.
But I wrote a note. I signed your name.
Oh my gosh, that's
that's-
right. And
You're right.
forgery on top of it.
Wow.
I'm a con artist.
I forgot about that. She forged.
Did you know about this?
But
Yes.
but I got
the
back to
school
school
called.
and my mom was at school and she was sitting in the principal's office and I was like, "Bup."
Uh-oh.
And then you just laughed at me and then that was it. You went like this.
I did. Well, you know what? Actually, it
You
kind
went,
of. It
and I was like, ew.
It was probably
And then I had
kind
to
of
go to
a
school.
little bit of a fond memory because I ditched and would go to the beach and I would have sand on my feet, come home, and my mom would be waiting at the door. Where were you? And I'd say, and she'd look down at my feet with sand on them, and I was busted.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I ditched school 2 times in my whole life. One of them I got caught because I forged my mom's signature. Actually, Brian did that. Brian wrote it.
Brian, you're in trouble, Brian.
Oh, Brian, you're grounded.
You're grounded.
So Brian forged.
Get a switch.
Brian forged, and his mom found the notes in his glove box, the like discard notes.
Oh my
So-
gosh. Speaking of finding something,
Uh-oh.
I found a little MJ in your backpack one
That was
time.
Alex's.
You
That's why I
found
said
Mary
Alex.
J.
I
This other
found
kid.
a bit of that, and I went, "Oh my gosh!"
But then somehow I convinced you it was Rosemary, and then you left it alone.
that's not true. You did not convince me of that. But I
No,
also,
but I did
I was
convince
like,
you that it was
Somebody
Alex, that it was Alex's, and you believed that, and I was like, I don't know how that got in there. It's not mine. That's rosemary dust. I don't know.
I would have been screwed as a kid if my mom found Mary J in my backpack.
But then I was like, please
would
don't
not
call his
good.
mom. Please don't call his mom, because I don't want to get him in trouble. And you didn't. Thanks, mom.
I didn't like really do
Yeah.
anything because you were such a good kid, and I never saw you high, and it wasn't like I was trying to.
I never saw you high, but I found all your weed.
You were high all the time, but I never saw you high.
wow.
I wasn't though.
No, I'm kidding.
I did do that sometimes, obviously, but I wasn't like smoking weed all the time or like going to shady places and buying weed, like literally. And it probably wasn't even like good weed. It was like dust. I was like smoking
You're right.
dust.
Back then, weed was not
was like
nearly as good as it is
nothing.
now.
Yeah.
It's not. It was just
Really?
like,
Oh
yeah,
my God. Well,
no.
now it's like medicinal. So like you can like smoke
Oh, yeah.
weed and just go into like Fantasyland. Then you were like, I'm high. And you were like, weren't.
And think about
You
what,
would just,
what
like, eat
high schoolers
Cheetos.
are buying from other high schoolers. It's
I
probably the
know.
worst of the worst shitty dust weed. And you just
crazy.
crumple it up and smoke it and then get a little bit high and that's it.
Well, anyways, I know that happened. That was what I thought you were going to start saying. But the only other time I ever ditched school, I came back home and I was stung by a stingray. And so there was no getting out of that one.
I am just now figuring that out because I didn't know you were ditching that day.
Oh.
Oh, with Brian? You and Brian.
Oh.
Brian again.
Oops.
I think, Brian, you were a bad influence.
No, Brian was nice. Well, yeah.
But that was horrible because
That was bad.
the what's it called? The
barb.
The barb.
I don't know, the
went
stinger.
up in your heel.
Ooh.
And
That's not what happened.
it's not what happened.
No.
That was my understanding.
It was on the top of my foot in the bone of my
Oh.
big
yeah.
toe knuckle.
That's even Oh, Lord, I thought it went up your heel.
That's
for some
usually
Was it
what
stuck
happens.
in there? Was the barb still there?
Gosh.
Just it cracked off in there. So I went back I ran to
But
this.
you were carried out of the water
Yes, by like an angel man.
by an angel.
Literally, there was 0 humans on the beach. I get stung by a stingray. The first couple steps into the ocean, I was surfing with my ex-boyfriend, and we're in there literally like for 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And the worst pain ever went up my leg. And,
Awful.
And
Awful.
I did not know what to do because Brian was already out surfing. He couldn't like see me. And I was just like at the shore. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So then I just turned around, and I think my friend was still on the beach. And then this guy comes running by, like literally a jogger, and he jogs over and he's like, hey, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what just happened. And he literally, Brian saw at this point because he came out of the water, and I was being carried by a firefighter, like a hot firefighter. And he literally, but we had hiked down to the surf spot in Pacific Beach. So we hiked down there. So he basically carried me up a hike. Carried me just
That's
just a hunk of a man.
awesome.
Just
And your
a
foot was
hunk.
bleeding.
Were you
My
attracted to him when he was doing this?
no.
Okay,
I was
good.
bleeding.
She could hardly-
I was,
she was-
crying. I was bleeding so bad. And then I don't know what you're
Did you
supposed
go
to
to
do
the
is
hospital?
no, because you're not supposed to. There's nothing they can do. You're just not supposed to lay down because the poison can travel up your leg.
I was at
to your
work during
brain.
this time, by the way.
Also, I don't even know if it was it wasn't a school ditch day. It was like a senior thing. Like I think everyone left school. Like it was like a thing. Like I don't think I was. Yeah, I did school. So anyways, moving on. But no, I really was a good kid. I was. I didn't like.
You were.
I
you
didn't.
know, the word says that children are a gift from God, and you are definitely a gift, and I agree with that.
You hear that?
I
Children
do.
are a gift.
Yes, I agree with that. Sorry, I just found Ariel's the firefighter that helped Ariel. I was just looking through pictures
There
and I
he
found.
is, and he's an angel.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, but yes,
That's Todd.
She is a gift from God. Do you know what Matthew means? My first name. It means a gift from God.
Oh, that's right.
For real, that's what my name
That's
means.
Yes.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what my name means?
Ariel means I do know this. You told me before. Little Mermaid or something like Little Girl of the Sea.
That's
No?
My name means Lioness of God.
Oh, yes. Ari
And my last
is
mean.
lion.
My last mean?
L is God.
Lioness.
Your last name Vandenberg?
Means of the mountain.
Vandenberg
So
means
I
that?
am Lioness of God of the mountain.
That's epic.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm a fucking legend.
Whoa, okay.
So sorry
Okay.
about that.
Lion King. How does that go again, that song? Lion I knew you guys would know that.
Hey, Baba.
Cut. Cut. Okay. Thank you. This is Mother's Day podcast. Let's bring it into the Mother's Day podcast. Reel it in. Hey, this is about me.
Through the sun, there's more to see than can ever be seen. There's more to do than can ever be done. Yes, can we release that as an album?
Sweating.
I think we can.
Also, here
Oh,
we go.
Lord, there's a lion mane.
Interesting.
There's a mane. Oh, speaking of Maine, this is another great one. Oh, I got to tell you about speaking
God.
of Maine.
Sorry.
There, I went to
Feeling
get my
myself.
hair cut at a salon called Main Attraction.
Oh, that's
Believe it or not.
hilarious.
Now,
Oh, that's
nearby-
where Danny's mom worked.
okay, it was a very nice salon.
Okay.
I don't know who she is. Whatever.
Doesn't give a
Just
fuck.
kidding.
Okay,
fine.
moving on.
And there was a place called Main Attraction as well, but it was a stripper club in another city. So I go to the Main Attraction to get the hair salon to get my hair cut. Arielle is looking all over for me as a little girl. She calls the strip club and says, "Will you page my mommy?" So they're paging DeEtte Vandenberg. You have a phone call. Your daughter is on the phone at a strip club. So anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. I did. That was a good one.
But you didn't stumble into the strip club, right?
No, she was at a salon.
Yeah.
I was at the
main
main
attraction.
attraction.
And you called the strip club, asking them to page your mom. That's
Page,
No,
okay.
'cause
page my
here's-
mommy.
Because I didn't know it was a strip club. I looked in. All right, I called 411 and I said call main attraction because you call 411 and you call anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I said call main attraction, please. And then they're like main attraction, or whatever. And I was like, hey, I think my mom's there. Can you page my mom? I needed to talk to her. Called the wrong main attraction.
Strip club.
My mom was actually getting her hair cut.
Yes.
By a man.
At a salon.
By a stripper man.
No,
Yeesh.
no,
Oh.
no,
All right.
no.
Chippendales.
Danny Case.
I was
Danny
at Chippendales,
Danny,
actually.
Okay. Oh boy.
Right. Yeah, right.
Danny Case's mom worked at Main Attraction. Yeah.
Hopefully
that's
the
why I
salon.
said that. Yeah.
No,
yes.
she wasn't a stripper.
No. Yes.
Oh, good.
Main Attraction. Like
Sorry,
Maine.
Danny. Just kidding.
Maine.
You have great sound effects.
Thank you.
No.
Challenge me.
Okay, let's hear a whip.
I have another cute story about Arielle when she was little.
Oh, sure. Let's just move on.
There was a nonprofit. There is probably still a nonprofit organization called Cars for Kids,
I know about
and
it.
she was probably about 15, so she's getting her what do you call it?
Butt smacked.
No, permit. her permit, right? Wow. And it kept saying 1-800 Cars for Kids. Get your Cars for Kids or something like that, and you donate the car and it's for a good cause to go towards, Children's Foundation to education, et cetera. But I don't know. Anyway, she didn't get that part. All she heard was Cars for Kids. I'm a kid and I need a car. And she was dead serious. And I
wasn't 15 when I said that.
Okay, well, anyway, yeah, you're probably
I was probably driving at that point. I'm a kid and I need the car.
Yeah. Actually, it was about 2 weeks ago.
I was probably like 10.
You know what? You were
younger than that.
you were young. You were young. But
15.
yeah, but why would you be like, I need a car?
Well, because when I was a little kid and I remember I was in ballet class and we would do these things and they would say, they'd be like, so they would say, what kind of car or what kind of car would you drive when you get older? What kind of car would you drive? And I was, and what do you want to be when you get older? And I said, I want to drive a limo and I want to be a butterfly.
A limo.
and they were like, oh. And literally everyone was like, I want a BMW. Like they were like, serious. I remember this. Or like a Mercedes. My mom has a Mercedes. Like they would say stuff like, it was a little kid ballet class. And I was like, I want a limo.
Oh, okay.
And
so you're like,
I want to be a
Cars for
butterfly
Kids.
when I get older.
Inch.
And I succeeded my goals. I'm a butterfly and I drive a limo.
You made it. You made it.
How did you grow up, Mom?
Lots of food. No.
Oh,
How did I grow up?
What was
I
your
grew up-
upbringing like?
Oh, it was actually really wonderful.
Yeah.
I was the baby in the family. So by that time, they didn't pay any attention to me.
Great.
It was great. I actually really liked it. And I think to this day, I'm a very independent person for that reason.
You are a very independent
I
person.
am.
Yeah.
And I love life.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy everything. And
Yeah.
I really enjoy being here.
Yeah.
But no, seriously.
You do love.
I love doing
You love
things.
doing things even on your own. Like this morning, I got a text from her. It was 7 a.m. She goes, I'm in an Uber. And I was like, oh, literally, that's the first text I got with the dog. She's staying with us right now. And I get a text from my mom says, I'm in an Uber. I looked at the clock. It was like 7:15. I was like, where are you going?
I
And you
needed
went
a
to go
rental
rent a car?
I rented a car.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I feel that,
And then
though.
I took photos after that. And
Yeah.
it was just a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I love that. You gotta have your freedom.
Speaking of photos, my mom gave me the sweetest gift ever.
Yes.
It was a
I'm glad you like
beautiful
it.
painting of Stinky. And it's so realistic looking.
Stinker painting.
I knew that you were a good painter and artist because that's like what you've always done and you're very creative, but I didn't realize how realistic you could actually make something look. I freaked out. It was so cool. I posted on Instagram, so you guys should go check it out.
Little stinky portrait.
When I saw that, I didn't think that you made that. No, not like
That's what I
no
told her.
offense, but like Ariel told me that you paint. She's like, oh yeah, my mom's a good painter, but like I didn't know you were like a professional painter because this is a spitting image, hand painted, and it looks just like Stinky.
Aw, thank you.
You guys check it out on Ariel's Instagram. Did you post it on your Instagram?
I'm gonna.
It is.
Check it out.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I did post it on my stories, but it's
And
probably
so
expired.
I was a little nervous giving it to you because I know how particular you are about things. And
what if I just threw it on the ground?
No, so I was like,
yeah.
but you
No.
loved it, and I was so happy.
Well, I think
I'm so happy.
I love that it's just so simple and it's so special
It
that
is
you
simple
did
'cause
it.
it's just stinky
I'm
and
obsessed
that's
with it.
There's no background.
I love it so much. It's amazing. So wait, I want to go back to how you grew up.
Oh.
So you grew up in LA,
LA County.
LA
yes.
County.
Beach cities, Rancho Palos Verdes. That's where I grew up.
Were you popular?
I was. And
You were very tan.
back in the day. Yes, because I went to the beach all the time and I loved to body surf. That
Every
was
picture I have of you, you were like literally.
my brothers were surfers. So,
tan.
especially David,
Yeah.
big surfer. So he would take me with him surfing early in the morning, super early, and I would go and lay out. And I loved to body surf. I tried surfing with the surfboard, and that wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
I was super young, so I had no boobies, and so my brothers teased me and called me a surfboard.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, because that's all I did was body surf. I didn't surf on the surfboard.
Right. No, this is great information. No, but okay. So you grew up going to the beach and all of these things. Or did you?
I loved riding my bike.
I was gonna ask. God, I
Sorry.
get very distracted.
Skateboarding. I love skateboarding. That was another thing.
You were a skater
Yeah.
chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I had a Bane board and it was a fiberglass one that was real bendy. And it had, what are those wheels called?
Those
They're
like
clear.
rubber ones.
Yeah. Oh
they're
my
like-
gosh. I can't think of the name. I
So-
used to know that.
So they were like, it's like a longboard, right? It was more like
It
a
was a
longboard.
longboard
Okay.
and
That's
it was
fun. That's super fun.
lavender.
And you can
Beautiful
like carve.
purple. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Were you
that's
good?
Cool.
I was.
Really? Oh,
I
that's
was.
fun.
And it bent and you could do 360s. And I would tie a rope onto a friend's bike.
Oh, so fun.
And-
I did
and,
that too.
Yeah, that was fun. And my mom would be like, do not do that.
I tied it to the
Because
back
it
in
was
high
dangerous.
school. I was tying ropes to the back of my friends' cars.
Oh,
and probably
jeez.
getting up to maybe like, maybe, I don't know, 30 or 35.
What?
Fast enough to where it would wobble.
That's so
And
scary.
yeah, I never bit it once. I started getting really scared, so I stopped doing it. Then I did on rollerblades. So I was a huge rollerblader.
Oh.
And I loved it.
You know what? I'm so old
fun.
school. I was
Wow.
roller skates.
Were you roller
Well, no,
skating?
you know what? Rollerblades did come along, but
Yeah.
I remember. Do you remember roller skates?
I
or
do.
Were you?
No,
Oh,
yeah, I do.
Okay.
When were you born? I mean, I know this, but I'm asking.
1963. I'm a
1963.
60s peace wild child.
You're a peace wild child?
Sort of. Not
Pe-
really.
I'm a
I was more of a
peace
70s.
wild
Well, you know,
child.
whatever.
Everything keeps leaving my mind for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
I wanted to
I was
go
born in 1963.
1963. I wanted to ask about like you in high school and wait. I have all these photos and I actually just realized I've never actually asked you about this time of your life, but I have so many pictures of you and you are so beautiful now, but when I look at pictures of you back then and you're like kind of like they're modeling pictures.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have like a comp card, you know,
I
that one with
know.
like your big old white snake boots.
Yeah.
But like you kind of modeled.
I did
growing
a
up.
tad.
Yeah.
What
Right?
ended up
How old were
happening-
you when you started?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I probably took those pictures maybe when I was about between 16 and about 16, I guess, or
Yeah.
18. And what ended up happening was I ended up going to the California Mart downtown LA, and I did a modeling job for Jansen Swimwear. And I loved it. And I was on a little runway with all these gals at the, it was called Women's Wear Daily. At
Yeah,
the
they still
California
have
Mart.
that.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I actually did something for Women's Wear Daily when I first started modeling.
Oh, that's so cool.
I think you took me to the skate park and we filmed. We shot there. Remember that in
Okay.
Oceanside.
A little bit.
Anyways.
Not really. Okay. So, okay, whatever. And at the California Mart. So I ended up getting a job with Jansen Swimwear.
Yeah.
And working there with some really great people. And I remembered exactly, it was on the 13th floor. And so the thing is though, then I got into wholesale sales of clothing to buyers and whatnot from all over the world. And that was a lot of fun.
And then you took that information and you had your own little store.
I did. I had children's shoes and clothing store.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't for retail though. It was for wholesale. So
That
it
you
wasn't
owned?
like a
That was
clothing
your
store.
store?
Yeah. Well, with another woman, I can't remember her name now, but from the California Mart, they fell in love with the paintings that I did on the children's shoes and clothing, and they said, "Can we do this with you?" So we collaborated, and we had in San Pedro, we had a really cute shop, and it was big enough to paint and all sorts of stuff.
So she would paint on these baby shoes, and like I remember I had the cutest shirt that you painted with a horse on it, and you made me and Brianna
horses.
You made me and Brianna the same sweatshirt, and it had a big old horse on it, and we'd wear them to school, and then Brianna and I would try and like go home with each other's parents because we thought we looked alike. So we're like, we wanted to like Freaky Friday, not Freaky Friday. What's it called? Parent trap them.
Parent trap, yeah.
I was like, you go home with my mom. And then I walked up to her mom's car and she was like, go get Brianna. I was like, oh, we like thought we had her fooled. And no, she's like, where's Brianna? I'm like, oh, that's me, mom.
It didn't work.
Yeah. So you had your clothing store.
Yeesh.
What happened to it? What did
You know what happened?
You had me first.
I did. You were just a little toddler. I had you first.
I want to remember to talk about
that's what inspired me to want to paint on children's shoes and clothing. A lot of times after you have children, you start realizing, especially like food and whatnot and different things, especially nowadays with everybody being really cautious about food, which is really important for their children. Because back then in the 80s, we didn't know how much they were messing with food.
Yeah.
But bottom line is I went with the shoes and clothing and started that because it was a lot of fun.
And I was a baby.
You were a little toddler, walking around, toddling around with those little cute shoes on and sweatshirts and dresses and stuff that I hand painted on. Really cute. And you used to like to dual baby bottle when you were like 2.
She would double fist?
I would
She was a
fist
double
it.
fister.
Wow.
And
I love drinks.
it was
You really do.
Like I could like
To this day.
I would just slam like a matcha right
And
now.
we had
You
to
loved
get
every
you
drink.
off the bottle. And in order to do that, we had like a celebration day to get you off the bottle. And so we made it fun because we were really paranoid that you were going to get really upset. Your dad
Who's
and
we?
I. Your dad and I.
Okay.
This is a good
So
idea.
obviously
I'm
we're
enjoying this.
Yeah. So obviously we're still married, which was great. Happy family. And anyway, so you're doing this and all the time. And it was like you had them all the time. So finally I was like, okay, we're going to have a celebration party. And we did. And so we're like, okay, we're getting rid of the bottles. And today's the day. Oh boy. And you're just like, I'm supposed to be happy about this? You know, you had that look on your face like shock. And we're like, yeah, isn't this great, honey? And then after that, we're going to celebrate with whatever it was, like a cake or something. And you're like, oh, okay, you were so confused. And it was so amazing. And now we're going to throw them in the trash. Watch this. How fun. And we did. And you totally went along with it. And it was like, thank God she didn't cry. Nothing happened. And that was the end of the bottles.
Honestly, that's a great idea.
So-
Turn it into something fun.
I was-
Make
and
it
We
a
had
party.
a celebration.
I was actually going to say that my dad also told me that I did that with a blankie that I carried around.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And
Satining your
Well,
blanket.
Well, I still have that in bed today.
Yeah.
But no, there was like a different blankie that my dad said that I would carry around or something.
Yeah, it had a little bit of satin trim on it.
He made me throw that away.
That I don't remember.
Well, no, he said that I slam dunked it into the trash can because he was like, okay, today's the 3rd, time to throw away your blankie. And I was like, I ran to the trash can. He said I like hung on the rim, like, and I always thought that was a genius way to make a kid stop doing something.
Yeah.
And I always remembered that. And so I didn't know I did it with the bottles too. That's really funny.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Noted.
I want to talk about when you found out you were pregnant.
Ooh.
Do you remember when you found out you were pregnant?
Yes.
What did you think? Because you were like 21.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I'm 32. That wowould mean that I would have an 11-year-old right now.
Whoa.
Actually, I
that's
was
crazy.
12
What?
when I was pregnant. Just kidding.
Oh, I literally
That way you won't know how old I am. You'll
Got
think
it.
I'm really young.
I honestly, in my mind, was like, the fuck? I thought for a second, I was like, wait, oh my God.
No. I don't think I started my period until I was about
Okay,
13.
TMI. Okay.
No, I was 21 or 21, 20, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you found out you were
Don't do the math, people.
You are like so young. It's crazy. All of my friends'
Young
parents.
in my head.
Yeah. Well, but you are young actually for like me being 32 and you not being in your 60s.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. A lot of my friends' parents, they're like, wait, your mom's what? 40?
My dad's 68.
And I would have had more kids. I wanted to have more children, but unfortunately, we did get a divorce. And so I wanted to be married if I were to have more kids.
Yeah.
And
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
One's
I
enough.
hear you.
And so you're
One
an
isn't
only
plenty.
child, and I would have liked to do that, but have done that, I should say.
So how did you tell my dad you were pregnant? I've never asked you this, and I want to know so bad. Oh no!
Oh, this is the real right now.
So
This
This
is
is
the juice.
getting juicy.
it's
Oh.
okay to,
You don't have to.
I mean, you can edit if
You can tell the story and we can edit it out.
I
if you
mean,
want.
if you, okay. I had premarital sex with your father. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dear God Almighty. And this is true confession
the
time.
suspense and like, okay, what is it? What is it?
Premarital sex. And
I'm just so you don't feel bad about this.
I'm about to faint right now.
I think this is a real confession right here. Real confession.
I'm about to faint.
You guys.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Wait, I need to take a breath.
I thought it was gonna be so much worse.
Yeah, I was like, what happened?
Well,
That's
sorry.
okay. Yeah, me too.
Okay, no. So how did he? But
I'm sorry.
The question is though, how did he find out that you were pregnant? When did you tell him, or how did?
Yeah, that wasn't even the question. She's like,
you
I
know-
had sex before my pregnant.
It was a blur. Well, back then, that was like a big deal
I'm sweating.
Oh, for sure.
to be pregnant and not married, especially the way I was brought up.
Right.
Yeah.
Were
And
grandma and grandpa mad at you?
They were not mad, but my father was like,
You better get
"You're
married.
getting married,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You're getting married.
Yeah.
You get married before this child is born."
Isn't
know?
that crazy?
And that's
Yeah.
the way,
I mean, I don't think it's crazy. I think that it's like
I'll tell you what's
like
crazy.
it.
I'll tell you
Well,
what's crazy. Is that we
yes.
had you, beautiful child. We
Beautiful,
did get married. We did
gorgeous
get
child.
married.
Gorgeous.
I told. Okay. Let me go back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, my parents were fine with it, other than you need to get married.
Yeah.
And I think my dad, and your dad can clarify this. He'll probably say, "Yeah, it was a shotgun wedding." It's not funny.
But it was.
Probably was.
Yeah, but you still like loved my dad.
Oh, totally.
It wasn't like you just like had a one night stand
okay,
and
now
all of a
I
sudden you're like,
remember.
I have a baby. Like you had a relationship with my dad,
I was like,
right?
Oh,
Am I just finding this out?
No, we were no. We were
You were in love with my dad.
I was in love with your dad, and he was in love with me. And this was when I was working at the California Mart too. I remember that now. And anyway, I was praying about it, and I said, Lord, if this man does 3 somersaults, asks me to marry him, and does 3 somersaults, then I know that we're supposed to be married. And
Interesting.
Okay,
I
so
know.
so
It was
before
like-
you go on, I do this kind of thing sometimes. I say I should do this job if 3 white cars pass me. I like think about that kind of
Really?
stuff sometimes. It's like a
maybe it
It's
went
like
to you in the womb.
maybe.
Those
Wait.
thoughts.
I don't know.
So you asked God for the sign of him doing 3
Some kind of
somersaults.
Yeah,
Fine.
that it would be a confirmation.
Did he often do somersaults?
He did them on his own. He did 3.
No. But like, is this his thing?
Not
Was
on
he a
his own.
somersault
No,
kind
not
of guy?
at all. Oh no way, not in a million years.
He's not like a gymnast. It's
So-
not like Gabby Douglas.
I
The-
think you know what? It wasn't like he just.
This girl is on fire.
As a matter of fact, I think what happened was he asked me, and then I said something like, maybe I said, will you do 3 somersaults?
Well, that's not a sign. She's like, do 3 somersaults.
She goes, okay, so you asked me
but
now.
for the person to do it, like a lot of people, if they were kind of like a jerk, they'd be like, what? Or what? No.
That's so funny.
You can't say that God give me a sign, and then you're like, Matt, do 3 somersaults.
I need a better memory because anyway, I just know that he did 3 somersaults, and I was like, okay,
That's really nice of him.
really cool.
I was thinking, in my mind, this is the guy who does not do somersaults. And you told God, give me a sign. I want him to do 3 somersaults randomly for you to actually be okay with moving forward with marrying him. So I thought this was going to go to like one day we were walking and he just hit the ground and started doing somersaults. And I was like, that is a godsend message right there.
But like, why would anybody go like, will you marry me or let's get married or something like that? And then the person says, will you do 3 somersaults? And they do 3 somersaults. It's just kind of weird.
Well, the fucking weird part about it is that you would ask for that, not that he would do them. That's the weird part.
That's so funny.
You know what? Yeah.
That's
anyway, it was
funny
important at the
I
time.
love that. That makes sense. Honestly, I get that.
I understand. I do get that. It's hilarious though. That's a funny. Should we play a game?
We should play a game. Can I be the moderator here?
Just kidding.
I know.
No,
that's
but
not
we
bad
were,
though.
we
That's
okay. Let me just say this.
I
though.
do want more of this actually.
We were very happily married, beautiful daughter,
gorgeous
stuff like
daughter.
that. However,
Just keep saying
we
it.
had huge differences, and being that young, we were like,
the differences are so much bigger.
"What? Yeah, it just blew them out of proportion."
Right.
When my mom made a really good point, because I told her this, I said, "Mom, we have." After the fact, unfortunately, after we were divorced,
Yeah.
I said, we had nothing in common, nothing at all in common after we got married. And she goes, yes, you did, Ariel. And I was like, oh my gosh, you just blew me away.
True. You wouldn't be here without
We had
you guys.
Ariel in common.
And I
but
wouldn't
see-
have her without you guys.
And we never had any counseling sessions. We never had any, I don't know. Anyway, we just young and dumb. But live and
We
learn.
got Ariel out of this.
Live and
This is
learn.
great. You live and you learn.
Well,
Yeah.
also though, like I know that at that time that was like such a big deal, you know, like at that age and that time. But that is like such a normal thing. It's crazy, like for people to get pregnant. And I'm glad you had me. I'm very glad you had me. Thank you.
You are my life.
Thank
Love
you.
of my life.
I love you, mommy.
I love you too, boo boo.
No, seriously, thank you for having premarital sex.
Yes. Thank you for being there.
But wait, I want to know, when you found out, were you freaked out? Or were you just yay.
I prayed a lot. I was like, what am I going to do? I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, because when you're 21, that's a big deal.
It was
22,
'cause,
21, whatever.
I had a lot of plans, college and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, no, I was just prayed a lot about it, but I knew I was going to have you.
Yeah.
There was no alternative. I wasn't going to have an abortion.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That wasn't in the cards. Thank God. I wasn't going to do that.
I mean, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you said yes, but were you kind of like at a certain point, like, dang, my life would have been so different, which it could have been or not, or you're just
actually,
I just like having a baby.
It was great because what I ended up finding out is that learned a lot, met a lot of people through having a child.
That's cool.
It was so much fun. Mm-hmm. And 2 of my best friends, Sean Knowles, had a baby at the same time, and Julie.
And I dated both of those children.
Did you?
Stefan and Chris.
Oh my gosh. They were
Chris
just
touched
little
my
buds.
leg, and Stefan gave me a Valentine's Day card.
We all, at the same time, with best friends and whatnot, we had children. And so it was just fun. It was a blast.
that's
the whole
great.
time it was great. And you were just so much fun. And you were the love of my life and the love of my parents' life and everybody that we ever met. You and your big, huge, your eyes were blue, very, very blue. They changed to green now,
Whoa,
very
weird.
dark green. Yeah, they were super blue for a long time.
And
I thought they were going to stay. Yeah,
huge eyes.
Huge. Just, I mean, the most attention I've ever had in my whole life having this porcelain doll. Jet black hair, big, huge eyes, porcelain skin. And everybody would stop and stare and talk to her. And I was afraid someone was going to kidnap her. So we were just like, let's watch her. But as a matter of fact, remember when I took you to Disneyland? I had you on a leash.
Yeah, I was leashed.
She was leashed. And I'll tell you why. Because her cousin
I'm crate trained.
was actually kidnapped at Disneyland.
What?
There are people, predators, that go to Disneyland.
Who was kidnapped at Disneyland?
Your cousin on Grandma V's side.
What?
Little blonde-haired
idea.
girl, and what they did was they and somehow they announced it to the whole park.
Back?
They did.
Thank
They
God.
they shut all the doors. Nobody could get out, and they got her back.
Whoa.
Yes,
Good. I'm
they
glad
locked
they had
the
that
place
system.
down.
Wow.
Crazy.
It's horrible.
Thanks for leashing
That's a
so
great
you used
idea.
to be upset when you got older. You go, why is there a leash in these Disneyland pictures? That's so
I would literally be like,
embarrassing.
I would be with like Pluto, and my arm would be out the picture, and I'd be like, taking a picture with Pluto, but my leashed arm was like out.
Honestly,
no, but the thing
that's
is,
a great idea.
I don't think that's wrong though. I would put my kid in a harness, to be honest.
Yeah, they didn't
A little
have that at the time.
yeah.
And the leash, by the way, did not go around the neck. It
Of
went
course
on
not.
your wrist.
It was like a leash, a leash, wrist leash. Dear God,
A leash.
Anyways,
Kids should always have trackers though. They like
Like a little necklace
little
tracker.
tile, like
Oh.
the brand Tile makes little trackers. So you just put that on
That's
your
a good
kid's
idea.
necklace or in their pocket or whatever, and if they leave, you can find them on your phone. So it's
a
like
great
GPS
idea.
anyway.
but
Good alternative.
yeah, I mean, obviously when you're a kid and like pictures have that, you're like, why do I have that? But like, I could care less now. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I also see kids with harnesses on, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I would do that. That's not like a mean thing. It's just like, come here. What if a kid just if a dude wants to run up and snatch a kid, like,
I always
yo.
think of that SNL scene with Mike Myers
That's
and
the
Nicole Kidman where he had a harness, but that was because he was like ADD or something, or I don't know what it was, but he wasn't supposed to have sugar and he had a chocolate candy bar and he was harnessed to
A jungle gym.
an apparatus of sorts. Yeah.
Yeah, he
like
goes, this is my apparatus.
a jungle gym or something like that. And anyway, you'll have to look it up sometime.
It's really funny.
And oh my
Nicole
gosh.
Kidman's so
They're both
cute in
playing
that.
like 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
And she did an amazing job.
So cute.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay, now this is one of my favorite little segments that I do called Fan Questions.
Fun.
And these are from my fans,
Okay.
but they are fans of you as well.
Yay.
Because you got a lot of questions, actually. I selfishly want to know this. So here's this. This is the first question. What is something that you're really proud of when it comes to how you raised Ariel?
Wow, that you are such a loving, open person and honest. That's definitely, I'm proud of that.
Love you.
Truth.
Love you too.
Someone said, tell us your birth story. Would love to hear how Ariel came out into the world. I want to know that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really interesting. I'm glad they asked.
Premarital sex.
Premarital sex, by the way. That's all it was. Just kidding. No, wait a minute. That's part of it. And after the 9 months, yes. Okay, my water broke.
Where were you?
Where was I when my water broke? Actually, I was in the hospital when that happened.
Convenient.
Yeah, it was really convenient. Yeah, and there was a problem. It was actually an emergency because the whole time I was pregnant, I didn't know she was breech. So you were upside down and your head was under my ribs. And I actually carried you really small. Yeah. And I did Lamaze classes and I would try to do the exercises and whatnot. And it was so hard to do. And I thought, oh no, I'm failing as a mother already because I couldn't do the proper exercises and all that. Anyway, or positions, I should say. And so it was an emergency that they get you out of me. But everything went well. You were a C-section, so they cut me open. I said, put me to sleep. I didn't want to do the epidural and all that. And So yeah, it was strange because when I looked at the doctor's shoes, I saw blood all over the shoes, and it was just a really odd thing. Yeah, but you were just a perfect baby because your head was perfect.
But you were put out of.
I was out, but I woke up right away after that, and the first thing I did was I said, "What did I have?" It's
you didn't know?
No, we wanted to wait. What did I have? It was a girl, and your dad named you.
What did I have?
Yes, that was the first thing I said. What did I have? A little girl, and I was so happy. And then I threw up.
Oh. My God.
I'm so sorry. It had nothing to do with you or a little girl, but I was sick from the drugs that they gave me to put me to sleep.
Yeah.
So that didn't sound too good, did it? But it was a trying time. And then but I wanted to tell you this: your head was perfect because usually babies' heads are kind of cone shaped when they come out of the womb, but her head was perfectly round and she was so beautiful. However, your legs were up like straight up on your body because the way you they
the
were
feet
up.
were up there like that.
Yeah, so they had to push her legs down, and so when they put her in an incubator right away in the hospital, and her legs were sticking out like that.
So I was in the womb like this.
Yes, and you have beautiful black hair.
Okay,
Full
well,
head of
that's
hair.
not what we're talking about right now.
Okay.
We're talking about the fact that my feet were like this.
Yes.
And then my dad told me that he saw me and was like, oh, shit. Like, what? Like, what now? Because my feet were by my head. That's not normal. And then the doctor came over and he like flattened me out.
Yeah.
And then they went right back towards my head. My dad was like, uh-oh. And the doctor said, no, she'll flatten out in like a few hours.
Wow.
And I have, do you know, on my stomach, I have a line from that.
Oh my God.
You have the fold line.
I have pictures when I'm a baby, and this leg is up like that, and my other leg is straight down. And I have a line that goes all the way across my stomach. When I push my leg up like that, it makes the perfect line. And I look at baby pictures, I'm like, oh, well, that's what it's from. I know. Anyways, okay, next question.
That was a good question. I like that.
Great question. Mm-hmm. That question came all the way from Lauren Paul, everybody.
Did it?
Yeah. Wow.
All right, Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Do you want grandkids?
Yes. I'm slow to answer because then you'll call me grandma. So I'm kind of like,
what do you want them to call you?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, Nana. Nanners.
Nanners.
I'm going to have them call you Dee-hee-dee-dee.
Dee-hee-dee-dee's fine.
Dee-hee-dee-dee.
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 Dee-hee.
No,
they
but
can say that.
grandkids, the reason why I was hesitant, a couple of reasons, of course, being called a grandma is not so exciting, but that's okay. I love life. I would love if you had grandchildren. I would absolutely love it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, thank you.
It's not like, oh, I gotta wait till they have grandkids. So you gotta have grandkids. I want kids.
Yeah, it's no pressure. It's like you will love them when they happen.
If you do, you do, and I will be so blessed, and it'll be so wonderful. If you don't, my socks are still blessed. Is that how it goes? No.
My socks. What?
No, that's not how it goes. It goes something about your socks coming off and you're blessed. Anyway, bless my socks off. You have blessed my socks off in so many ways.
Or still be blessed. What?
My footsteps will be blessed.
Oh, that's really funny.
All the days of my life.
Let me ask one.
Yeah.
This one. Okay. Did you have any other names for Ariel growing up, or
oh my gosh, I did. Guess what it was? Wolfgang.
You called her Wolfgang?
Wolfgang. Because I thought it was going to be a boy the whole time.
Oh, that's still cool though.
We had Wolfgang picked out and Otto.
Otto.
O-T-T-O.
That's such a grandpa name. Otto. Because I had a grandpa Otto.
You had a grandpa Otto?
I had a grandpa Otto.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I've never heard that before.
O-T-T-O?
Except for in The Simpsons, the bus driver's
Otto.
name was Otto.
And then I had one more, and it's real kind of may sound boring compared to those, but Nathan. For some reason, I like Nathan.
Nathan?
Oh, and another one was Quinn. Quinn. Q-U-I-N-N.
And Nikki.
Wow.
Oh, Nikki for a girl.
Nikki for a girl, yeah.
Nicole.
But I think
and call you Nikki.
Was the question before I was born or after?
I skipped it, but it was
the
just
question that I like those answers.
They want to know what nicknames you have right now.
Yeah, what are
what
my
do you
nicknames?
what do you call her? Like my mom calls me
Angel
Afro.
Face.
Angel Face.
Boo Boo. Boo Boo Bear.
Okay.
She baby. Baby. She baby. She baby. She baby.
Oh boy. If we have time for one more, the people are saying, you are looking gorge. What do you do to stay so gorge on the regular?
Oh my gosh.
That's a great question.
Because people, you know, like you look very young for your age.
I wear makeup.
Okay.
And I laugh a lot. And being around Ariel and Matt,
Yes.
I laugh my butt off.
Keep laughing. It keeps the spirit soaring.
It does. Yeah. Makeup, lotion for the face, I guess.
Lotion always. Okay. Every night and every day?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Always keep your face hydrated with lotion.
Yes, hydrated.
Okay. Any eye cream?
Yes, I use eye cream.
Eye cream? Okay.
Definitely face cream.
Face cream?
And you know what I like to do? I love using makeup with tinted makeup with like SPF 15 in it.
Yes.
So I do that because I used to be such a beach bum and out in the sun all the time. I almost said snow. Out in the sun all the time. But I did go skiing and that was sunny too. But yeah.
SPF.
So
Let's play a little game and it'll spark some things.
let's do that.
This game, it will.
Matt
it will spark
is
things.
gonna be the game host,
Okay.
and we are your patients. Contestants.
Got
That's
it.
the
Okay.
word.
So here we go. What's up, guys? It's your host, Matt Cutchell here.
Wait,
on
let's
this
think
very
of a game,
Mother's
like a
Day.
theme, like a song for you.
Okay. So
Like it's a Mother's Day. It's
like something Melissa.
It's game time for
Let's
the
try one
mommy.
time.
Okay.
And it's game time for mommy. I love it. Okay, it's game time with mommy. I'm your host, Matt Cutchell, and we're gonna start with Mom Knows Best.
Do I know? Do I need these papers?
You don't need those.
Okay.
We're just asking questions to see how well you know each other. Okay.
Mother knows best.
This one should be fairly simple. How many Instagram followers does Ariel have right now?
1.2 million.
Whoa. Momager.
There she goes.
She's my
Ding, ding, ding,
momager
ding,
right
ding,
there.
ding.
She's not my manager, but she's kind of a momager.
She's a momager.
Momager.
Question number 2. What is Ariel's biggest pet peeve?
Oh, germs.
Ding, 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 ding.
There it is. This is a fun one. Which one of these, as we all know, Arielle Vandenberg is an actress. She's been in quite a few different TV shows and movies, but which of these movies or TV shows has Ariel not been in? Dog Days, Epic Movie, 27 Dresses, How I Met Your Mother.
27 dresses.
Ding, 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 ding.
I didn't know.
Matt looked at me like, "Are you in 27 Dresses?"
I was like, I don't
I'm
know this
Katherine
one, so
Heigl.
someone help me.
Yeah.
Wow, you're flying through these. Okay.
I mean, she
Do I
better.
get a present or something or a prize after this? Okay.
Which one of
This
these
whole podcast
brands?
studio will be yours.
Which one of these brands is Ariel currently not associated with?
Okay.
Progressive, Coca-Cola Zero, M&M's, Geico.
Not.
Which one is she currently not associated with?
It's a tough one.
Say those again.
Is she not associated right now with Progressive, Coke Zero, M&M's, or Geico?
Progressive.
Next guess. She's in a Progressive commercial right now. Next
You
guess.
did not tell me that's not fair.
Yes, I did. It's on TV.
It's all over the TV.
I don't
Everyone's
watch
talking
TV.
about it.
Well, no,
No,
that's kind of a tough one because I've actually
hardly
done a
watched.
commercial for all of them.
Have you all of these?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little hard.
Oh,
Or Ben.
oh my gosh,
No, I'm kidding.
Progressive. Oh, with Susan Lucci.
Yes.
Oh, I love that one. I'm sorry. You've done.
It's
You know
okay.
what? Okay, wait a minute.
so sad.
She is the commercial queen. She
I-
had
that's what I
5
call her.
commercials at one time when you were like what? 16?
No.
Maybe older, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But 5 at one time on TV.
Commercials.
She's a commercial
cast. Commercials
I love her.
love Ariel.
They love me.
They love her, and she's great in them.
do I
Okay,
say
so let's call that one a wash.
That one was a hard one because
That's hard.
that I've done a commercial for
That
all
was a
of them.
trick question.
Kind of. It
Yeah.
was.
I'm trying to fix my hair. It
was a double negative.
Reflection.
Okay. What
How about mine?
was
How do I look?
Great.
Great.
Beautiful.
What?
You look
Thank you.
gorgeous.
I love it.
what name did the shelter give our dog when we first received her?
Dora.
Wow.
Ding,
Dora.
ding, ding, ding,
Mom.
ding, 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 DeEtte.
You do know a lot about your daughter. Okay.
Ask some more burning ones.
Okay. Well, what name does Siri use for Ariel? When she says, "Hey Siri," and it goes, "Yes," blink. Instead of saying Ariel, what do they call her? What does Siri call her?
Little pumpkin angel face.
Wow.
Wrong.
Can you imagine?
Interesting choice.
Hey Siri. From now on, call me Little Angel Pumpkin Face. Is that
Little pumpkin angel face.
Damn it.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Sweet Jesus. Hey Siri. What's my name?
The definition of the word name is assign a
One more
Siri's a
time.
bitch. Hold on. Hey Siri. What's my name?
You're Ariel, but you asked me to call you Mrs. Bieber.
The answer is Mrs. Bieber.
Mrs. Bieber.
But
I
no
should've
longer,
known
because
that.
there actually is a Mrs. Bieber now. Sorry, sweetheart. Haley Bieber in the house. Not really. But
I love her. It's fine. I love them so separately. And
They're-
then they got
they're-
married.
they're such a good couple.
And
they're
the
gonna
trick
have,
one doesn't count.
they're gonna have the cutest little kids, and like we're just gonna be their godparents. We're gonna go ahead and flip this now and go to Ariel knows best. Okay. How well do you know your mother?
Very well.
Well, I
Let's
like
find
this.
out. What is your mother's middle name?
Marie.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Ding, ding,
Okay.
ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
How many cities has your mom lived in?
Okay.
The question was, how many cities has your mom lived in? I mean, are you a world traveler?
4. Ding, ding, ding.
How many? Do you know?
Dong, dong, dong.
Dong, dong, dong. 5. 4.
3.
3.
What?
What 3 cities? What
No.
cities are those?
I can name 3. Oh. Well, I would have said 3.
Okay.
Well, what other
I don't
cities?
know.
No, it's 4.
Rancho Palos. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, it is more. San Pedro, Rancho Palos Verdes, Rolling Hills Estates,
Fallbrook.
Fallbrook.
Wait a second.
there you go, I win.
You win.
Really
Okay,
quick though,
fine, you're done.
aren't those all sub cities of the Los Angeles County? Or no?
Yes.
Yes, but
So
like
are we
LA
gonna call those
counties, so that would be, oh, yeah, duh. So really just 2.
That's
well,
kind of a hard question. I
that's
didn't know.
hard,
I
well,
was
'cause
thinking she was like going to be in Texas here, and there. I wasn't sure.
No,
Okay.
no, not out of state.
Southern Cali girl.
all the way.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, well, if it's, I would just say 2 then at that
Surfing
point.
USA.
Okay, cutie.
Beach
Get
Boys.
ready?
I love
Dive into this one. How many serious boyfriends has your mom had?
Okay.
How
Here we
many
go.
serious boyfriends?
1. Is my dad a boyfriend? Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
He was a boyfriend.
Okay, so 1,
Current.
2. Well, no,
got a man.
I'm going in order so that
Go
I
in
can
or-
keep
yeah.
them in
Okay.
order.
Sorry.
Wait, hold on. I really actually have to think about this. Okay, wait.
Think of your answer too.
There was the guy that gave you the ring in high school,
Ooh,
Adam.
juice.
Adam. I have that ring at my house. And then my dad. And then that one guy with the blonde hair and the kids. And then that other one. And then
That other one.
that other one. 5 serious boyfriends.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, because Adam was in high school,
Mhm.
but I had a boyfriend before that in junior high that you're not counting.
Serious?
Wait a second. Junior high is up to.
Ninth, ours was
I wouldn't like
I
count
don't-
that
I
as
don't
a
wanna count that.
serious boyfriend.
okay.
Because I would say like
I think
had,
high school and on
Yeah.
makes
Okay.
the most sense.
Okay, then
So you got it?
she got it. Ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding.
ding,
Okay.
ding, ding.
I think.
Ding, ding. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Ariel,
Yes.
what is your mother's favorite musician or band?
My mom's favorite musician would have to be Josh Groban. I'm just kidding.
Oh, she's not happy about that.
That was a joke. But you did like Josh Groban. I saw him one time and you were like, Did you talk to him?
I did back in the day.
You used to like Josh Grubbs.
I did a lot. Yes.
Okay, but no, it's not. Okay, favorite musician.
Well, you put me on the spot because I love so much different music.
But like, if you could listen to one thing for the rest of your life.
Right now, it would be Benny Goodman.
Well, you don't. Okay,
Benny Goodman?
Ruin the
Yeah.
game.
Well,
Sorry.
that one's an what is your mom's favorite color?
Lilac.
Yeah,
Is that right?
definitely like lavender, lilac. I would say lilac, lavender.
I
love
win.
it. Ding 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
ding,
Okay,
ding.
we got one more. What's your mother's dream car?
Your dream car? I bet it would be something like a Porsche, like a little Porsche.
Well,
Here's the thing. Dream car that you have to drive every day, it would be like a bigger SUV that like maybe a BMW.
okay, you're wrong,
Okay.
but I'll tell you why.
Why?
You almost had it right, but you're wrong.
A Porsche Cayenne.
Yes.
A Porsche Cayenne?
Yes.
Okay.
A Porsche Cayenne.
That's fine.
Love
you got it. Then you got
those.
that.
Love those.
She didn't get it.
Oh, she didn't get
She
it?
said a small.
I said a Porsche SUV.
or a SUV Beamer,
Oh, so you were close.
but it was a little half.
so
and
Porsche
half.
Cayenne. That's a sexy car.
She got it wrong.
Okay, let's just close it with this one. Who? Actually, no. This is for you. Sorry.
Oh,
Of all of Ariel's boyfriends, who is your favorite?
Maddie Cutchell, of course.
That's right. That is right.
My mom wins.
Your mom wins, and the theme song again was
Mother's Day. Oh God.
Probably wasn't that, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay. I do this with all my guests. It's called 4,000 questions. We're not going to go through all of them, so don't make that joke. I have this picture of me and Matt in here. And Stinky. I'm going to ask you a question from here.
Okie dokie. Random.
Random.
Okay.
Random ass. Random house.
Random house.
What would you like to be able to create with your own hands?
Ooh. Well, the first thing I think of is painting because I love to paint, and so that's with my own hands. Create with my own hands. Okay, I have another thing.
Okay.
A bug.
Excuse me?
If I could actually create,
A bug?
a bug because insects are amazing. I look.
So if you
I'll
were
look at-
God, you would want to create a new bug.
yeah, it's amazing. Like you look,
That's great.
you look
That's
at
awesome.
an ant or anything.
I'm like that with birds.
oh my gosh,
Or like an exoskeleton when you see the bugs and they're bugs, they're bones. That's not an
If I could create
exoskeleton.
that would be amazing. But actually, I guess if I were like a true mommy on Mother's Day, it would be a baby. Oh, just like you.
You can't create a baby with your bare hands.
Another
but-
baby. I'm not married, so I can't create another baby.
Oh my God, calm down.
Plus, I'm kind of over that now.
What kind of work did your father's parents do?
Oh my gosh, my grandfather was a pastor, and they traveled all over the place.
Billy Ray
and-
with the preacher's son,
Yeah.
and when the daddy will visit, you come along, but and he ran around, started talking. Guess a minute will take me walking. There's a look into your
I
eyes.
don't know the song. I would back you up. I don't know the
Lord
song.
knows to my surprise. Okay. What are your family traits? Hotheads, worriers, avoiders of conflict.
all of the above.
Ooh.
God. Ruthless.
No, I mean,
Ruthless.
yeah. I mean, we don't want to fight.
All right.
But we do get pissed off. And what was the other one? No. Anyway.
What do or did you like most about your parents?
I would say that they were believers in God and Jesus
That's a huge thing that I appreciate in you
because
I feel like I have faith because you brought me up learning about that and I actually love that about myself. So I would say the same thing. So keep going. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
well,
what you
anyway,
love
they
about
were
them.
just really Sensitive to that. And obviously, they both came from a background of believers and Christian believers. And that really set the tone for them being loving parents.
Yeah.
And it helped me to be a loving parent and love life.
I love that. What would you, if you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell your younger self?
Oh, wow. Not to take everything so seriously and personal, because most of the time it's not even about you.
That's good.
Preach.
really good.
That is profound, mama.
That is proactive.
What is one thing that is painful in your life that you actually see as a blessing now?
Disability. Any time that I don't feel well or I'm struggling. What was the question again?
What do you see as a blessing now? That's something that's painful that's happened to you.
It's painful not to be healthy at times and struggle through that. But to be able to struggle through it and continue and have a positive outlook on things and be happy and love life makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it helps me get through those times.
Yeah.
And that's the blessing part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
The blessing is.
And also saying scripture to help me through those really tough times. And it does. Works.
I love
Works.
that. Mama Bun.
Mama Bun.
I love a mom. That's why I call Lauren, so I can't call you that. Mama Bun is Lauren Paul.
Your mom is Bun.
But she is Bun.
Which is not the actual Mama Bun.
She is Bun of the universe. That's actually me. Okay, one more question. What are your 3 favorite animals? Number 1, 2, and 3.
Dog, horses, dolphins.
1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
Dogs, horses,
and
dolphins. Okay, so this is a fun little game I like to play sometimes. So the first one is what you think you are. So
A dog.
like a, but no, so mine was
happy, fun loving.
Yeah. So you,
outgoing.
yeah. So
Yes.
you think that you're
That's-
happy, fun loving, loyal.
man's
Loyal.
best friend.
Yes.
I'm man's best friend.
Man's best friend. Okay, but that's great. And then what is your second one?
Horse.
A horse.
So that's what people really think you are, or what people.
I look like a
what
horse.
People think of you.
And I laugh like a horse.
Strong,
Strong,
fast,
sexy,
gorgeous,
Utilitarian, functional.
Clydesdale.
stubborn.
Oh, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people
Hard worker.
hard
hard
worker.
worker, pulls things along.
And
And then the last one is what you really are.
A dolphin.
A dolphin.
oh, they're smart. They're really smart.
Up on the day, like,
They are. They're
On the
very
deck.
smart. They're very, very.
They're very smart.
They're fun
loving.
loving.
They're
the
loving creatures.
They're like dogs of the ocean.
but they're also they're protectors and they're helpers of the ocean.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
that is what you are.
And they don't have premarital sex.
Ooh.
So that is you. Or wait.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Maybe they have lots of sex.
Yeah. That's
I have
actually.
to go now.
On that note, let's go ahead and end this podcast
Literally
right now.
now.
No.
No, but for real, we do have to wrap it up. This was my favorite podcast I've ever done.
Really?
This was my favorite one.
Dang.
I
loves you a
love
lot.
you so much.
Aw.
And
loves you.
and I'm so glad that you were willing to do this and you're so open and honest. And I love that about you. And I'm glad that we are actually this close, that you will answer questions like this or talk to me like this.
Heck yeah.
And you're not nervous
I'm
about
gonna
it.
Cry.
Oh, well.
I love you.
I love you, Mommy. Happy
love
Mother's
you.
Day, Mommy.
Thank you, honey. You're the best thing ever.
No, but it's true. I think a lot of times it's hard to get people to answer real things.
Oh.
And we talked about some real things and
Boy,
I'm
we
glad
sure
you,
did.
you answered them. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby.
And thank you for being my mommy.
and you see.
And Matt, thank you.
Oh,
Matt
didn't go along with
Matt
that.
gave me cupcakes yesterday, and they were beautiful and a beautiful card.
Of course. Happy
And that
Mother's
was
Day.
the sweetest thing ever.
You're a great mother.
And
She
happy
tells me all the
Mother's
time.
Day to your mommy too.
Thank you.
And I
will
can
tell
hardly
her.
wait to meet her.
I know. That's going to be fun.
Oh,
Maybe we
that's
should
gonna
have
be
them
the
both
best.
on the podcast.
That would be
Yes.
so fun.
They can mom it out.
And they can battle.
Mom it out.
The battle
Battle
of the
of the
moms.
moms. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You are wonderful. You are strong and sexy.
Loyal.
And just you are loyal.
Free loving.
You are free balling.
Free balling hippie.
You're free balling hippie. No, but I love you guys so much. And I love you, Mommy.
He.
I love you, baby.
He.
Oh, boy.
Kissy baby. Kissy baby. Kissy baby. Kissy baby.
All right, I'm gonna take it off.
Bye, guys.